switching back gears now to the NFL. We are now going to be talking about the NFL playoff picture as the season is winding down. I also call in a guest. His name is Shawn Davisson, so he can analyze with me about the NFL playoff picture for both the AFC and the NFC. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, man. How you been doing?
I've been good. I've been preparing these playoff predictions.
Yeah, I kind of just finished them up just now.
Right,
So,
nice.
so before we talk about the playoff picture, has been a break been to you?
The break, oh, it's been good. Spending time with the family. Um, yeah, it's been pretty chill.
Yeah, it's been like that for me too. And I went to a party yesterday, and man, there were like a lot of Cowboys fans in there. That's all I gotta say about that.
Wow. So they must have been happy when Amari Cooper was just that 90-yard touchdown.
Yeah, everybody was just screaming. Like like every time the Cowboys made a play, which basically meant like almost all game basically, and they were like, man, the Cowboys, they going all the way. I mean, it's not like the Cowboys are like their favorite team or something like that, but it's a team that they root for, like their secondary team. Kind of like how I root for the 49ers, my secondary team.
Yeah, yeah.
So, which one you want to start off first, the AFC or the NFC?
Let's do the AFC first.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. All right. So, right now we got the Chiefs as the number one seed. I got it off the transcript I'm looking at right now. They're 9-2 right now. The Steelers are 7-2-1. The Patriots are 7-3. Texans are 7-3. Chargers are 7-3, and the Ravens are 5-5. So that's what it would look like if the season ended today. And then we got the Bengals, Colts, Titans, Dolphins, and Broncos as like teams in the hunt that could realistically get in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In the AFC. There's a lot of 5-5 teams, and then there's Broncos that are 4-6 right behind them. So there's a lot of teams that could slide in.
I looked at the Broncos schedule, and man, they got like outside of Sunday's game against the Steelers, every single game they can win. They can win every single game. Other than
Yeah, they play easy team. Bengals, who probably are going to start tanking.
no,
49ers, you don't think so?
the Bengals, no, I don't think they're going to start tanking. They're,
I
they're not
think,
they're not the kind of team that will, but I think they'll start fold because that's what they do.
yeah, yeah. They 49ers, Browns, Raiders. Come on, that's so easy. I think they'll finish 8-8.
Oh yeah, and
Even
they
though
got the Chargers too. They got the Chargers.
that Chargers, I mean, I have them making playoffs. I
I
have
do
them.
I do not I do not have them making the playoffs.
All right, all right. We'll see the rest of it in a little bit.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but I mean, I just ran a simulation, picked all the games. I don't think they're getting in because they're not going to because they still have to play the Chiefs and the Steelers.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And then I don't think they can win at Denver.
But they're 7-3 right now. The rest of these teams, they have to win
Yeah,
3 to 4 more games, probably 4 more games to get in.
yeah. But it's
It'll be tough. It'll be interesting for the rest of the season, seeing who's going to take that spot. Or
before
those.
the before the season, I thought that the Chargers were going to be red hot. And then they were going to collapse down the stretch. They're about where I thought they'd be right now.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good prediction for them because I thought Keenan Allen, he was going to be way more of an impactful player. He hasn't been what I've expected this season, but then again, they've had other players step up for them.
Yeah, Mike Williams, Tyrell Williams, those guys.
Yep,
So let's start off with the first battle. Who's getting home field advantage throughout the playoffs in the AFC?
Chiefs.
I got that too. I got the Chiefs too at 13-3 the rest of the way there.
I agree.
So who'd you got for the two seed? Steelers or Patriots?
I had the Steelers.
I got them too.
Nice, nice.
All right, so we both agree that the Patriots are going to be playing the wild card round. That's like the first time we've said that in like forever. I don't
Yeah,
last time they played in the wild card. That was like before I watched football.
yeah. It's been a long time, but they just had kind of a shaky start to the season. But they've been winning games lately. But I don't think they're just going to play as good as the Steelers will.
Yeah. So I think we can both agree that the Patriots are the third seed, right?
I agree, yeah. And I
Okay.
think it'll come down to that tie. I think it'll be one game off, but that tie's going to push the Steelers over them.
Yes, I have them a difference of half a game.
Me too. That's what I have.
Yeah, so I got the Steelers 12-3-1 and the Patriots 12-4. I think you got that too, right?
That's what I got.
All right. Fourth seed. This is basically whoever wins the AFC South division. Who you got?
The Texans.
I have the
Or,
Colts. I got the Colts.
the good thing about that is I do have the Colts making playoffs.
Yeah, I have the Colts winning out. They'll win the rest of their games.
Winning out
Yes.
fully.
Yeah, they'll win out the rest of their games.
Yeah, let me look at their schedule. They have so they do play the Texans.
And they play the Cowboys.
They do play the. I think the Cowboys are going to start heating up.
Me too. In fact, I think that the Cowboys. Well, we'll save it for later.
Yeah, they have winnable. They have winnable games. The Colts do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should see that.
And Luck's at the top of his game right now. I don't think I've ever seen him better than what he is.
I know he had the good rookie season, but injuries has prevented him. But now he's back, and looks like better than ever.
Yeah, they prevented him because his O-line wouldn't protect him, and he had no run game, no defense. Now that the defense is like half decent, the running game's half decent. Now he's looking like a top 10 quarterback to say the least.
And I've always said that right when he came out of Stanford. I said if he gets a good line in front of him, a decent one, then he can be a great quarterback.
Yeah, he should have won Rookie of the Year, but they gave it to RG3.
Yeah, but now RG3's a third string.
Yeah, he can't even beat out Lamar Jackson.
Nope.
Speaking of Lamar Jackson, you think that he's going to stay in for the playoff run, or do you think they're going to put back Flacco? Or will it even matter?
I think they're gonna keep Lamar Jackson in, but I think they're gonna run some sets where they do have Flacco in there. But I do think Lamar Jackson's gonna stay a starter. I mean, it's not easy to run over. How many rushing yards did he get? He got
110. He should have gotten more, but they. Yeah, he should have. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, then again, they're not focused on you like you're a running back, but it's still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He needs to get that throwing game up. He was pretty accurate, kind of, but it's just that one interception and no touchdowns kind of hurt him in the passing game.
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised how accurate he was. He looked a lot more accurate than he did in the preseason, sure.
And I think I said he should start from the beginning of the season. I think it was good that he kind of sat out a little bit, got some reps in at practice, and got more accurate, and now he's in.
Yeah, I like how they weighted him. I think that they should put Flacco back though. If Lamar Jackson, doesn't play too well against the Raiders Sunday.
Yeah, this game's a good test because this is a game. Should be an easy game for them to win. It just matters who's going to play better because I think they'll play them both.
Yeah. So who do you have as the fifth spot?
I have the Chargers.
I have the Ravens.
Ravens.
They'll win out. I think they can win out the rest of their games.
The Ravens. I think it's possible, but I did not have the Ravens making the playoffs.
Yeah, because their defense is low key good.
It is. Yeah, I agree with you on their defense, but it's not that they have winnable games. It's just I feel like in the end they're just not going to push over enough because. Yeah, the Raiders, that's going to be a win. Browns, that could be a win. But other games they could lose. But they could also win. So it's very 50-50 for me.
And who you got as the last spot in the playoffs? In the AFC? You got the Colts?
Yep.
I got the Texans.
All right, you do have the Texans making playoffs. I was worried you weren't going to have them making playoffs.
Yeah, I do have them making the playoffs due to tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I forgot that they beat the Broncos off of what happened.
Yeah, the miss. Was that the field goal?
Yeah, the missed field goal by McManus. Yeah, I do have the Broncos finishing 9-7, but I got the Texans finishing 9-7 too. They'll make the playoffs.
I had the Broncos finishing 8-8.
Okay. So yeah, I think the Chargers could lose out after Sunday's game against the Cardinals.
Yeah. I do like the Texans. I really do. I don't know why, but I had them in the Super Bowl before the season.
The Super Bowl. I had the Steelers.
Well, that's who you have right now, or before the season?
No, that was before the season.
Before the season.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I,
So what are we gonna do next? Who's gonna win the wild card matches?
no, not that. So nobody believes that the Bengals, Dolphins, and Broncos can make it into Titans.
The Dolphins. It looks like they do play a lot of these 5-5 teams in the end of the season, and I don't think that they're as good as these other 5-5 teams.
No,
I think,
they're going back to Tannehill. I disagree with the call.
yeah. Um, the Bengals. I just don't think they have the talent. I think that's what it comes down to with them is the talent, and I don't think that's what they have.
I think the Bengals are 500 ball sub 500 team, 7 and 9 kind of team. And the
Yeah,
Titans, yeah, Mariota's hurt though. I do think that they can beat the Texans Monday night.
it's possible, but I don't see it.
They've beaten them earlier in the season with Blaine Gabbert at quarterback.
That's true. That's a good point, but I don't think the Texans will let that happen again, especially because Texans started off bad.
Yeah.
They had a bad start, so.
Yeah, the O line is getting better with Forrest Lamb in there.
Yeah, and also I think the Deshaun Watson, he's adapting not having that line again because he did good with it last year, and this year I think with
this year he's been bleh. He's been boring to watch.
Yeah, I mean he's just doesn't have great decision making.
Yeah.
He's throwing a lot of interceptions.
That's why I thought he was going to play in the second year. I thought that would ultimately derail the Texans, but I mean, they've kind of been more lucky than good. That's like no hate, but I'm just saying. But sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, because like this is kind of off topic, but like Loyola Chicago last year in that March Madness, they were lucky so many games. They hit those clutch shots. So yeah, I think at some times it's good to be lucky.
Yeah. All right. So we're on to the NFC. Okay.
All right.
Got to cue it up. All right. So right now we got the Rams at 10-1, the Saints at 10. Well, actually, we got the Saints as the number 1 seed at 10-1. We got the Rams at 10-1. We got the Bears at 8-3. Cowboys at 6-5, Panthers at 6-4, and the Vikings at 5-4-1. And in the hunt, we got the Redskins, Seahawks, Packers, Falcons, and Lions.
All right. So who you got at number 1?
Rams.
I have the Saints. I think it'll be a tie, but that the Saints win is going to push them over.
Yeah. Kind of. I mean, yeah, a good job to the Rams. They overcame the tough stretch that I thought there was going to be. So, and I was wrong with that, and I got to eat crow. Got to give them credit where credit is due. So I got to do that. But it's also because they got help that Jimmy G got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were gonna do better this year, but Jimmy G got injured. I thought we'd be talking about them being in contention right now.
Yeah, and then you could hear me on my show raving about him.
Mm-hmm.
My man Jimmy G.
Although your man George Kittle, though, when Jimmy G comes back healthy, him and George Kittle,
it's gonna be Brady and Gronk.
Yep.
Because George Kittle's going to make an All-Pro appearance this year, or at least he's certainly in contention.
No, he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
The only people that can beat him is Olsen and Gronk, and I don't
There's
think
Kelsey.
Kelsey, yeah. But yeah, I think Kittle's making it.
Yeah, I got the Rams winning. I think the Rams will go 14-2.
What about the Saints?
3 seed. I have them as the 3 seed.
The 3 seed. Oh, wow. Oh, I think I know why.
It's not. It's because I think they're going to lose to the Cowboys.
Yeah, but you're a Panthers fan, and the Panthers still play them twice.
I didn't pick them to sweep. I didn't pick the Panthers to sweep the Saints. I did not.
That's respectable.
I'm just saying. I picked them to split because I don't think they can go to Dallas and beat them. I think Dallas's defense will shut down Breeze in Dallas, and I think that they can play ball control with Zeke and your boys. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree.
And then they're going to lose to the Panthers on Monday night because it's in here, so you don't know what could happen.
Yeah. Hey, do you mind if I go somewhere real quick and I'll be right back and you can just keep giving your opinions real quick?
Like, do I just keep talking?
Yeah, you can just keep talking. I'll be back.
All right.
Quick.
Uh, I think that the Bears are going to get the 2 seed. The way they've been playing defense, the way that they can win even without Mitchell Trubisky, I think they're going 12-4. Because obviously, Trubisky is really good with that arm strength and the running. And the Bears defense, they're like the monsters of the midway. And then you got the Saints. Yeah, like I said, they're going to lose those 2 games, those 2 key games, but they'll win out the rest of the games. And it's not like the Saints. I mean, the Saints have been great on offense, but I don't think they can keep the streak going. Then I got the Cowboys winning the NFC East at 10-6. I certainly think that they're one of the better teams right now. They're not even at their best right now. You look at Amari Cooper, the potential that he just showed. Dak Prescott's finally becoming the player that we all thought that he was going to be before the season started. Zeke, he's having a good year, and the defense is doing pretty good, like we all thought before the year. I think coaching of Chris Richard has really helped out a lot. And then I got the Panthers, a wild card team, at 11-5.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
All right.
So, so who do you have at the 2 seed? The Bears?
Yeah.
All
Defense.
right,
Defense system.
yeah, I mean, even though Khalil Mack had 1 tackle, the rest of the defense stepped up. So even if one good player falls down, you still have Roquan Smith and all the other players that can step up.
I picked Roquan Smith to win Rookie of the Year.
I think, yeah, I agree. He's a good player.
So
I had the Rams at my 2 seed and the Saints at my 1 seed, and the 3 seed I had the Bears.
All right, so I got the Saints at 12-4, but they'll be having to play in the wild card round due to tiebreakers.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, then you got the Cowboys, right?
I do have the Cowboys at number 4.
Me too. I have them at 10-6. I think they can win every single game except the Colts game.
I think it's possible for them to win every single game, counting the Colts game, but I don't think they will. I think they'll lose the Colts game.
You think they were going to beat the Saints?
I think it's really possible. It's just, I think things need to go right for them that game. I think because Zeke's really on and off. He can have like 70 yards rushing, which is good, but he can also have like 120 yards rushing. So, and Amari Cooper, I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan. I love the trade. I know people are hating on it for the Cowboys. I love that the Cowboys picked up a wide receiver, and I think Amari Cooper is a good person.
I wouldn't have given up that first round pick for him. I would not have done that deal.
I think right now it's looking kind of good, though. I mean, Amari Cooper, he's the target the Cowboys need because every single play, if you watch the games, they were throwing it to Cole Beasley, just every play. And it was like, I was like, they need someone else out there for him. And then
Cole Beasley can play?
Yeah, he can, but that's what I'm saying. He's the only person. And I think Dak, in order for him to be good, he needs another target because he's had Des Bryant his whole career.
Yeah. And so I got the Cowboys 10-6. You got them 11-5, right? Or what?
I have them 10-6. Yeah.
All right. Then the Panthers, where you got them?
I have them at the 6th spot.
I have them at the 5.
I have the Vikings at the 5, and that's because the Panthers play the Saints twice, and I think they'll lose both of them.
I think we'll split them. I think that we can definitely beat the Seahawks Sunday, beat the Browns and the Bucks. And so I already just listed 4 wins, and then the Falcons game. I think we can win that too. Really, the only game I think we could lose is the game at the Superdome.
Yeah, it's just I feel like the Saints are so good. I feel like the Panthers. I'm not sure how I feel about them. I'm not sure if they're going to be consistent for the rest of the season or inconsistent.
And then who's that other team that you just said?
I had the Vikings at the 5th spot.
I have the Packers And yes, I know I just said earlier in the show that the Packers would not make the playoffs, but I gave it second thought like later on, and I was like, yeah, they can make it because I didn't think they were going to make it because there were like inconsistencies. Then I realized like like the Redskins with Colt McCoy, he's like the variable. Then you can't really trust any of the other teams. And then I looked at who they got. I thought that outside of the Vikings game, I think that they can win out. So yes, I'm sorry if I said earlier on another topic if the Packers were going to miss the playoffs. I have them making the playoffs, but they won't run the table.
So for me, it's the same situation as the Steelers and Patriots. I think the tie is going to push them over the Panthers because the Vikings have easily winnable games. I think they'll lose to the Patriots and the Bears, and that's the only games they'll lose.
You
They
don't
could
think
lose to
you
the
don't think they're going to
Packers.
lose to the Seahawks?
No,
Kirk
I don't
Cousins.
believe.
It's on Monday night. Kirk Cousins doesn't win Monday night games. He's winless on Monday night.
Yeah, but
And
I usually don't take those things into consideration.
and
What I
it's
take
at the
into consideration.
it's in Seattle. It's a tough place to play in. You can never trust Kirk Cousins when the season's on the line.
Yeah, I mean, but I just think now that Kirk Cousins has some targets, he's going to play better, especially now. Because who did he have? Who did he have in Washington? I know he had
He had
Deshaun.
Deshaun Jackson and Pierre Garcon, Jordan Reed, and Chris Thompson.
So yeah, I like. I think Deshaun Jackson wasn't as good as not even like close to his prime. Pierre Garcon, solid player. Jordan Reed, solid player. But I think Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs, I think they're better than those wide receivers.
Will Cousins show up in the fourth quarter when it's a close game?
I don't think it'll be that close. I think it'll be 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Are you sure he could hold on to a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter?
I think they can.
I don't think he can. And
We'll
because for me it comes down he's going to lose the Patriots in the Seahawks game, which will set up the finale in against the Bears. And I think because you're telling me that Kirk Cousins is going to get a 10-point lead on that Bears defense.
The Bears defense? No, not the Bears defense. I'm talking about the Seahawks.
Oh yeah, the Seahawks. They could win that game, but the Seahawks they're kind of underrated. As much as I hate to say it, they're underrated.
Yeah, Seahawks are 5-5. They're not bad, but yeah, they're underrated. I agree, but
If it was in Minnesota, I would pick the Vikings, but it's in Seattle. You can't trust Kirk Cousins on Monday night. He's never won a game in there. I don't believe in him.
I think we'll just have to see because I don't think it's going to be like big between the Vikings and Panthers. I think it's going to be that tie that pushes them over. I think they're going to lose to the Patriots and the Bears, and that's it for the rest of the season.
Yeah, the Seattle game is going to be huge, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Because I think it's going to be, at that point, if they lose, they could lose these next 3 games for them: Packers, Patriots, and Seahawks.
I actually have the Vikings winning that game. I think that's a game that Kirk Cousins will win on Sunday night. Yes, rare win he'll win in prime time, but because it's at Minnesota, and I don't know if the Packers can get it together right now. But I think after this game, the Packers could certainly win the rest of the games.
Yeah, I just don't. I've always believed in Aaron Rodgers, and I've always liked him as a QB. But for them to make it, they have to beat out the Seahawks, the Redskins, who are 6-5, and they're only 5-1.
Redskins have not played the Eagles, and I don't think they can beat them.
Yeah, they also have to beat out either the Vikings or the Panthers. So I don't think they can beat out those teams.
Don't think they'll be better than the Panthers. Falcons and Lions, they're out of it. I think we can both agree of it. What happened, right?
Yep.
All right, and then the Seahawks, I think they'll end up 9-7, but the tie will push them over the Packers.
All right, and even over the Redskins and the Vikings.
The Vikings, they'll choke. I have full confidence that they will.
Okay, and then so you think 6-5 Redskins?
Redskins will finish 8-8, or not 8-8, yeah.
All right,
Wait, no, 9-7. I am finishing 9-7, but due to tiebreakers, they won't get in.
All right. So I just don't think the Packers will get in with their situation.
If it's not the Packers, it's the Seahawks, in my opinion.
I had the Vikings and the Texans at the beginning of the season in the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not picking the Vikings in the Super Bowl, but right now, but I still think the Vikings are good enough to make playoffs. And if they don't, that's a huge disappointment.
I didn't pick them to make the playoffs before the year because I thought they were going to lose that Week 17 game at Chicago.
Yeah, I think they're going to lose that game, but I still think they're going to make it.
Yeah, but hey, the NFL is the unknown. That's what it is. And anything could happen. Bad teams can beat good teams late in the season, like the Bengals last year over the Ravens. They totally spoiled their playoff hopes.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of triggered me.
Yeah, the Dolphins, for me, they're 5-5. I thought they weren't even going to be close to that.
They've already surpassed what I thought they would be.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah. So,
right,
you don't believe in Aaron Rodgers?
No, I don't.
All right.
I don't believe in the defense.
Okay. Who you got? All right. One last thing, really. Who you got in the Super Bowl and who's winning it?
All right. So I have the Chiefs and Texans playing. I have the Chiefs winning, and then I have the Saints and Rams playing. I have the Rams beating the Saints, getting their revenge, and then I have the Rams beating the Chiefs with a score of 27-23.
You don't think it's going to be a shootout like it was on Monday night?
No, because I think both defense are going to step up because it's the Super Bowl.
And how are the Rams going to beat the Saints at the Superdome?
How are the Rams going to beat the Saints at the Superdome?
You had them at the number 1 seed.
Yeah, but I think the Rams are I think they'll be mad enough to win that game against the Saints because they lost before. I don't think they're losing again to the Saints.
And my Super Bowl, let me see what my Super Bowl is. All right, all right, let me do this real quick. All right. I think that the championship game is going to be the Steelers and the Chiefs, and the Steelers win it. So I still got the Steelers in the Super Bowl because the Chiefs choke come playoff time.
Okay. All right.
It won't be because of Mahomes. It'll be because of the defense.
Yeah.
All right, in the NFC, I actually have the Saints having a first-round exit.
First-round exit?
Yeah, because I think Aaron Rodgers can carry that team and beat them.
I had the Colts beating the Patriots first round. But yeah, so you have...
The Packers beating the Saints other than Cowboys and the Panthers. I got the Panthers win that game. Then I got the Bears in the championship game, and I got the Packers. I got the Packers and the Bears.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of bold. I think Aaron Rodgers will step up his game even better and knock out the Rams in the divisional round. Because they almost beat them. They nearly beat them. That was with the worst situation than what they would probably have by that point.
I think if the Packers make the playoffs, they're making it far. I agree with that.
Yeah, so it would be Packers and Bears. I don't want to sound biased, but I'm still sticking with the Super Bowl pick that I had before the season started. And I got the Packers and the Steelers in the Super Bowl. I don't know. It could go either way. Maybe the Steelers will win it yeah, I think the Steelers will win it because of their defense. And Roethlisberger goes out on top and retires.
Oh, I like the statement, yeah. And then you think they're going to, this is kind of a different topic, but you think the Steelers are going to draft a quarterback in the draft if he retires, or you think they're going to stick with Rudolph?
They already got 2 young quarterbacks on their team. They don't need another young quarterback.
All right. Oh, yeah, and if they win the Super Bowl.
And Dobbs. They got Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs. And if they win the Super Bowl, the only quarterback they could get at that pick is Will Greer.
Yeah, but they need bigger needs, I guess.
Yeah, they do have bigger needs. I agree.
All right. Well, thanks for giving us your thoughts on the NFL playoff picture, who's going to go to the Super Bowl, who's winning it, all that stuff. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, no problem, man. hopefully we see you back here soon. When you starting your YouTube channel?
I've been busy. I've been putting together some lists and just the stats and everything, and it'll be coming soon. It'll be coming soon.
Yeah, I know how it is. It took. I was planning to do a YouTube channel much sooner than what I did, but some stuff held me up. Now I've got things rolling. It's easier once you get things rolling up. All right.
Yeah.
See you soon, man.
I'll see you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
And yep, you heard his thoughts about the NFL playoff picture. You heard mine, and so that's pretty much how we feel about it, and that sums it up. And that's it for our thoughts on the NFL playoff picture and who will go to the Super Bowl and win it this season. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here. Get the latest on the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Tran Talks, or go check out my previews and recaps of Monday and Thursday night football games.